What's happening, my generals and angels? I'm about to share my life story with you guys, from a child to adulthood. Some of you might be able to relate to it, or know someone who might have experienced something similar. The day my mother left for England, I cried so much. My nose was running. I was screaming, coughing in a fit, breathlessly. Reaching for her, I tried holding on to the end of her dress, but with no success. She was probably moving or something. I wasn't sure because my eyes were blinded with tears. Normally, she would wipe my eyes and nose whenever I cried. But this time, she didn't even want to touch me, yo. It was like she was trying to get away from me. It was very different. I could sense it because she had bags and she was all dressed up. I couldn't tell her if it was a sunny day or a rainy day because all my focus was on my mother. My older sister and one of my older brothers were there too. By the way, my mom had 9 children, but 8 at the time. I was the youngest then. We were crying our eyes out, y'all. My grandma picked me up, but I was pushing her away. In my mind, I was thinking, I love you, Grandma, but I need my mommy right now. I don't want her to leave me. But when the taxi arrived, I knew this was it. She was going, y'all. So I got even more hysterical. When the taxi drove off with my mother, I tried leaping for my grandma's arms with all my strength. I guess she anticipated it and held me tightly over her shoulder and started singing, "Hush, mommy, baby, don't you cry." The more she mentioned the word mommy, the more I cried. My face were covered with a mixture of snot, tears and saliva that went on my grandma's shoulder. Sticky, yicky, yuck. I was thinking, are you serious, Grandma? You're making her leave without me. I was about 3 years old. I didn't know anything about her father because I had never met the sperm donor until I was about 7. I will explain that encounter to you later. As I was saying, I was 3 years old, y'all, when my mother left for England. That day I cried myself to sleep. I woke up crying. I kept looking, hoping. I felt so afraid, so lost and sad. My grandmother tried consoling me, but I pushed her away. I didn't know what I was thinking by doing that, but in my mind, I was saying, it's your fault, Grandma. If you didn't pick me up when the taxi was driving off, I would have gone with her. She probably would have seen me running behind the taxi, come to her senses, tell the driver to stop, get out of the taxi, pick me up, hug me, wipe my nose. She would have seen my determination and find it in her heart to take me with her, instead of running off with that pea-headed, crow beak-like nose, strange-speaking guy. Oh yes, I just realized. Since that guy came around, things were different between me and my mother. I hugged my grandma so tightly, trembling with fear. I realized that my grandma was my only ally. Grandma managed to calm me down temporarily, but every time I remember my mother, I started crying. It's not like I wasn't familiar with my grandma. After all, Grandma always put me to bed, sang to me, even when my mother was there. The fact was that I miss my mother. I should be with her. Those days wasn't like the present day, as there wasn't any mobile phone or social media to keep in touch. things are about to get stickier. Stay tuned, my generals and my angel, for part 2 of my life story. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, hit that notification bell, so that way you won't miss a thing. Thanks for watching.